On the most auspicious occasion of the appearance of Srimati Sita Devi, Sita Maharani, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Text 6 and 7. संस्कृत में आता है। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। यः लोकवीरसमितौ धनुः ऐसम् उग्रं सीता स्वयंवरगृहे त्रिशत उपनीतम् आदाय बालगजलीलः इव इक्षुयस्तिं सज्जीकृतं नृप विकृष्य बभञ्ज मध्ये जित्वा अनुरूप गुण शील वयः अंग रूपं सीताभिधां श्रियं उरसी अभिलब्धमानां मार्गे व्रजन् भृगुपते वयनयाद प्ररुदं दर्पं महीम् अकृत यः त्रिः अराज बीजाम् यो लोकवीरसमितौ धनुरैष्यमुग्रम् यो लोकवीरसमितौ धनुरैष्यमुग्रम् सीता स्वयंवरगृहे त्रिशतोपनीतम् सीता स्वयंवरगृहे त्रिशतोपनीतम् आदाय बालगजलील इवेक्षुयस्तिम् आदाय बालगजलील इवेक्षुयस्तिम् सज्जीकृतं नृपवीकृष्य बभञ्ज मध्ये सय्यीकृतं नृपवीकृष्य बभञ्ज मध्ये जीवानुरूपगुणशीलवयोऽङ्गरूपम् जीवानुरूपगुणशीलवयोऽङ्गरूपम् सीताभिधां श्रियुमूरसि अभिलब्धमानाम् सीताभिधां श्रियमूरसि अभिलब्धमानाम् मार्गे व्रजन् भृगुपते वियनात् प्ररूढम् माने व्रजन् भृगुपतेर्वियनत् प्ररूढम् दर्पं महिम् अकृतयस्त्रिरराजबीजम् दर्पं महिम् अकृतयस्त्रिरराजबीजम् यो लोकवीरसमितौ धनुरैष्यमुग्रम् सीता स्वयंवरगृहे त्रिशतोपनीतम् आदाय बालगजलीलयिवेक्षुयस्तिम् सज्जीकृतं नृपवीकृष्य बभञ्जमध्ये जीवानुरूपगुणशीलवयोङ्गरूपम् सीताभिधां श्रीयुयूरसि अभिलब्धमाना मार्गे व्रजन् भृगुपते वियनत् प्ररूढम् दर्पं मही अकृतयस्त्रिराजबीजाम् यो लोकवीरसमितौ धनुरैष्यमुग्रम् सीता स्वयंवरगृहे श्रुतपोपनीतम् आदाय बालगजलीलयिवेक्षुयस्तिम् सज्जीकृतं नृपवीकृष्य बभञ्जमध्ये जीवानुरूपगुणशीलवयोङ्गरूपम् सीताभिधां श्रियमूरसि अभिलब्धमानाम् मार्गे व्रजेन् भृगुपतेर्वियनत् प्ररूढम् दर्पं महिम् अकृतयस्त्रिराजबीजम् सीता स्वयं पवित्रशमद्यवन्ते जीवानुरूपगणशीलवयोङ्गरूप जीवा कृतयस्त्रिरराजबीजम् लोकवीरसमितौ धनुरैष्यमुग्रम् सीता स्वयंवरे आदाय जित्वानुरूपगुण सीतानुस्वयंवरस्य अभिलब्धमाना आने व्रजेन्द्रपते वियनप्ररूढम् दर्पं महिम् अकृतयस्त्रिराजबीजम्. Mataji's, word to word meaning. Yaha, Lord Ramachandra who? Loka Veera Samitau, in the society or in the midst of many heroes of this world. Dhanuhu, the bow. Aisam, of Lord Shiva. Ugram, very fierce. Sita Swayamvara Grihe, in the hall where Mother Sita stood to select her husband. Trisata Upanitam, the bow carried by 300 men. Adaya, taking that bow. Bala Gajalilaha, acting like a baby elephant in a forest of sugarcane. Eva, like that. Ikshu, Yastim, a stick of sugarcane. Sajjikritam, fastened the string of the bow. Nrupa, O king. Vikrishya, by bending. Babanja, broke it. Madhye, in the middle. Jitva, gaining by victory. Anurupa, just befitting his position and beauty. Guna, qualities. Shila, behavior. Vayaha, age. Anga, body. Rupam, beauty. Sita Abhidam, the girl named Sita. Sriyam, the goddess of fortune. Urasi, on the chest. Apilabdhamanam, had gotten her previously. Marge, on the way. Vrajan, while walking. Brihupate, of Brihupati. Vyanath, destroyed. Prarudam, rooted very deep. Darpam, pride. Mahim, the earth. Akrita, finished. Yaha, one woo. Trihi, 3 times. Into 7. Raja, without a royal dynasty. Bijam, seed. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. O King, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra were wonderful, like those of a baby elephant. In the assembly where Mother Sita was to choose her husband, in the midst of the heroes of this world, he broke the bow belonging to Lord Shiva. This bow was so heavy that it was carried by 300 men. But Lord Ramachandra bent and strung it and broke it in the middle, just like a baby elephant breaks a stick of sugar cane. Thus, the Lord achieved the hand of Mother Sita, who was equally endowed with the transcendental qualities of form, beauty, behavior, age, and nature. Indeed, she was goddess of fortune who constantly rests on the chest of the Lord. While returning from Sita's home after gaining her in the assembly of competitors, Lord Ramachandra met Parasuram. Although Parasuram was very proud, having rid the earth of royal order 21 times, he was defeated by the Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Dangayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vanchakalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pastacha Desatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. On the most auspicious occasion of the transcendental appearance of Srimati Sita Maharani, we have the opportunity to discuss her wonderful pastimes. The verse we have read from Srimad Bhagavatam, spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami, in the very beginning of the chapter, mentions that you have so many times heard Ramayana. SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple ki, Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So Sukadeva Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj, you have so many times heard the pastimes of Lord Ram. In India, it is very hard to find people who have not heard Ramayana or Mahabharata. Of course, in the modern times, the interest to read or hear or see is little less. But still, even the modern time small screen movie makers, they made Ramayana and made it famous also anyway. Of course, in India, everybody knows about Lord Ram, everybody knows about Lord Krishna, everybody knows about these pastimes. So, Sukadeva Goswami tells, you have heard, so I am not going to take too much time on this. Just couple of chapters, the entire Ramayana, he condensed into only 2 chapters. So here, we are going to discuss some pastimes. Many of them are very familiar. Still, by again discussing, again listening, we may get some inspiration so that it will be useful in our Krishna consciousness. So, Vishwamitra Muni came to Dasarath Maharaj and he was well received by Dasarath Maharaj. And after that, Vishwamitra Muni, a sadhu goes, there must be some purpose, Without purpose, there is no need for him to go to the royal palace. So, Vishwamitra Muni mentioned, I am actually performing sacrifice. I am getting disturbed by demons. So, I cannot get angry because that's a condition of my becoming a Brahma Rishi. So, I want, the Kshatriya's job is to give protection. So, I want protection. I want your son, Lord Ram. So, Dasarath Maharaj was very attached, very, very attached to Lord Ram. And he said, he's a young boy, 16 years old, less than 16 years old, almost 16 years. Teenage boy. And why you want him? I will come with my entire army. I will give protection. I am there. I will give protection. He has not seen battlefields. He has not done much thing. But I have seen so many battlefields. I can even run the rath in such a way that it will appear like going in 10 directions. Dasarath. I will do that. Vishwamitra is saying, no, I want him only. So when a great saintly person comes and asks, Kshatriya is not supposed to say no. He can't do that. He can't break the cultural obligation of a Kshatriya, Swadharma. So, unwillingly, Ram was sent. Along with that, Lakshmana also went, and Vishwamitra Muni took them. Oh, I'm not going to go into the details, several times it is repeated. And after completing, giving protection from the demons, killing the demons, Lord Ram and Lakshman were told by Vishwamitra Muni that, let us go to Mithila, where Janak Maharaj has a magnificent bow. So, it was the bow of Lord Shiva, Shiva Dhanush. So, I will take you there, come with me. So, in this way, Vishwamitra Muni brought young Lord Ram and Lakshman to Mithila. And this Dhanush, Shiva Dhanush, is the bow of Lord Shiva. When Daksha performed the yajna, he was very upset with his son-in-law. Lord Shiva was his son-in-law. And he was very upset that his daughter Sati married to him. And he never accepted him as a real son-in-law for that matter. But not only Lord Shiva was son-in-law of Daksha, but he was one of the three primary in charges of this universe. So, of Department of Destruction. So when Daksha conducted the yajna, he didn't invite Lord Shiva, which was his obligation. The two hats. One hat is son-in-law. You can treat your son-in-law the way you want. If that son-in-law is the demigod in charge of one of the three predominant demigods, what is obliged to him you have to give. It is not that you don't like a person, so you can't do an injustice by not giving what is deserving for. We know Daksha Yajna, and Lord Shiva was insulted, and Lord Shiva was going to devastate the entire thing. So at the time he took this bow, this Shiva Dhanush, to destroy everything. But then the demigods and all prayed to him and asked him to not do the thing because it will be not good for the humanity in general. So in this way, when Lord Shiva was appeased, he gave that bow to the demigods, these particular demigods. And when Janaka's ancestors, Janaka Maharaj's ancestors, one of them was Devarata. So when Devarata was fighting alongside the demigods in fight between the demigods and demon, the demigods were very pleased with him because he helped them to fight it out, all the demons. So they gave that bow as a gift to Devarata. So in that dynasty, Janaka Maharaj, so in this bow was actually worshipped by putting garland and reciting mantras, and it's a worshipable article of the king of Mithila. So Janaka Maharaj was explaining to Vishwamitra and Ram and Lakshman, of course, that when once Janaka Maharaj wanting to perform an yajna, he was not having any children, so he wanted to perform a yajna so that he can get a worthy successor. A Kshatriya is supposed to have a successor, otherwise the dynasty will end. Successor is required. So for that, he was actually plowing the sacrificial arena with a golden plow. So when he was plowing with the golden plow, the plow got stuck in a box, golden box, in which when he opened and saw, it was a young girl, baby. And he said, I'm going to perform the yajna, so I got a baby. So he took her and named her Sita. Sita actually means furrow. Furrow is actually when you take a plow, you plow the land, then the land gives a little small trench, choda sa. Again and again you plow, then you make the field very soft. So that trench, a narrow trench made by a plow is known as Sita. So because Sita appeared in the trench that Janaka Maharaj was making with a plow for the sacrifice, so she was named Sita. Once Narada Muni has told that your this daughter is none other than goddess of fortune. Only Vishnu can be her husband, he has told. So in this way, by the way, in India, there are many, many versions of Ramayana. Every language there is a Ramayana. Every language there is a Ramayana. And versions little bit vary. So even though it may not be in the original Valmiki, it may be here. So at the end of the day, as a pastime, we consider this. So in some versions it is said when Mother Sita, as a young girl, was playing, with a ball, the ball went inside the casket in which this Shiva Dhanush was there. As it is mentioned, it requires 300 men actually to move the bow, even on the wheels. 300 men. You can understand how much heavy it should be. It appears that Mother Sita just lifted it playfully, this Shiva Dhanush. So when it was known to Janak Maharaj, then in the royal order, they make a competition to give the princess in Kanikadan, marriage. So he said that if Sita can lift this, I can't give this to anybody who cannot lift this. But not only lift it, one who can lift this bow and string it, to that person only, Sita will be given in marriage. That was the condition put. Knowing well that only Vishnu can do it. If it is some nakali koi nahi kar sakta hai, asli Vishnu only can do it. So in this way, as it is mentioned here, 300 powerful men were called. Then Janaka Maharaj said, so let me show you that Dhanush. Because Vishwamitra Muni said, please bring the Dhanush. I want this princess to see. So he brought 300 men. I have to pull it and bring it in the middle of the hall. And so Lord Ram saw that arrow, and Sita was in the balcony. Because whoever is going to string it, she is going to get married. So she wanted to see who is going to do it. And when she saw Ram, she immediately got attracted to Lord Ram. Because Lord Ram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Mother Sita is eternal consort. So natural attraction will be always there. So, Lord Ram took the bow by its middle part, and he raised it above his head. And to see how much heavy it is, he even just tossed it. It's just like, you take a small thing, you put it and toss it like a ball. You just want to put it up and, like that. People are wondering, Hare, 300 men have to actually bring this, and this person just took it and he is weighing it, like tossing it. And he placed one end of the bow on the ground, and he reached the other end, he pulled the other end, the string, and when you try to string it, the bow has to be more brought it down, then only you can string it. When he brought it down in a semicircle, the bow broke in the middle. And this breaking caused like an earthquake, thunder, like a lightning, very strong sound. Because it is Shiva's Dhanush, and it broke. And how he handled it is mentioned in Ramayana also and here also. This breaking was not like, he has to put lot of effort to do that. An elephant enters into the sugarcane field, And it is mentioned here, not even the fully grown elephant, a baby elephant. He was anyway 16 years old only, baby, Ram Lalla. Ram Lalla ki. So he was very young, only 16 years old, and a baby elephant is not like a grown-up elephant. Like a baby elephant will playfully, when it bends the sugarcane, it breaks. Sugarcane, is not having very strong, it's not strong. Even any ordinary person can also break it. Especially if it is a little long, he can break it. So he broke like a baby elephant, breaking a sugarcane actually. So in this way, Sita saw that, she was very happy, and Janaka Maharaj saw, and he gave a nod, so that she came with the garland, and garlanded Lord Ram. Sita Ram Bhagavan ki. So in this way, Mother Sita accepted Lord Ram as her husband, and Janaka Maharaj wanted to perform the elaborate marriage also. It is just a beginning. It's only like an engagement, let us say. Full marriage is to come. Accepted. Like ring we change, garland change. And then Janaka Maharaj sent a message to Dasarath Maharaj, please come. Your son is here and he has won the hand of Sita. And we want to conduct a marriage. Please come. So Janaka Maharaj, Dasarath Maharaj, he was always worried what will happen. He didn't even want to send him. Now that he knows that, Ramchandra not only accomplished his mission of helping Vishwamitra, he also has gained the hand of Mother Sita. So he was very happy. And Janaka Maharaj with his entire team, they came. And Vishwamitra Muni suggested, marriage is going to happen actually. Vishwamitra Muni suggested, Sita Ram marriage is going to happen. I think, Sita's younger sister, Urmila, should be married to, Lakshman. Suggestion. Vishwamitra Muni suggesting so. Then he said, Janaka's brother, there was a brother of Janaka, Kushadvaja. He had 2 daughters. He said, Bharat and Shatrugna would also. Proposal was given by none other than Vishnu. Janaka Maharaj happily accepted. Dasarath Maharaj also said, fine, everything is no problem. So in this way, the marriage not only of Sita and Ram, it happened 4 marriages together. Right? Lord Ram married Sita, and Lakshman married Urmila, and Bharata married Mandavi, and Shatrugna married Shrutakirti. So in this way, the marriage was celebrated in great pomp. In fact, in its ideal marriage, in several marriages in South India, they recite so many verses of Sita Kalyan actually, Sitaram marriage. Sitaram marriage is considered to be an ideal marriage. Ram is ideal personality, Maryad Purushottam. Sita is also an ideal woman, and the marriage between them also is ideal. And the young couple getting married, they say that like Sita and Ram, this marriage should be like that. Sita-Ram marriage, ideal marriage. So in this way, Janaka Maharaj gave a huge dowry. We will not go into the details of dowry, huge. And after a few days, Dasartha Maharaj started to go back to Ayodhya. Wherein, in this verse it mentions, Sukadeva Goswami mentions, Parasuram came on the way. He heard that Shiva Dhanush is broken. And he was very upset because he had a job of eliminating 21 times the Kshatriyas who were, Adharma, who had performed Adharma, wicked. He thought that who is this Kshatriya and he has come and broke the bow. So Parasuram appeared on the way. He met him on the way, and when Dasarath Maharaj saw and he was angry also, he was concerned, Hare bhai, all these things happen nicely, what is this new problem? So Parasuram said that there were two bows. One is Shiva Dhanush, another is Vishnu Dhanush. And both were made by Vishwakarma. And and the Vishnu Dhanush has been passed on to the ancestors of Parasuram, and it was in possession of Parasuram. So Parasuram challenged that, no, you break this. You have broken, no, Shiva Dhanush. And he said, you string this. You string this bow. You have tried to string that and you have broken it. Now you string this Vishnu Dhanush and then shoot an arrow. Pull an arrow up to your ear. To shoot an arrow, you'll have to pull it like that. No, you shoot like that. You try. He thought that it may not happen. No, try it. So, Parasuram's challenge was accepted by Lord Ram, and Lord Ram very easily strung it. Vishnu Dhanush, he is the same Vishnu, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he took the arrow and he pulled it up to the ears and said, where should I shoot? You tell me now. You can't just do it and leave it like that, If you load the arrow on the bow, it has to be shot. You can't just load it and leave it like that, He said, you told me to pull it, load it up to the ear. Now I have done. What should I do? Who is my target, you tell me? You have to give me target also now. If he releases it, it will be a devastation, whichever target it is going. He said that, please, target me against all my desires. Let me be. I was so angry and came to you. You just target all my unnecessary desires, all the desires that I may have. So let me be desireless. Let me be free from all these unwanted things. So Lord Ram shot, and Vishwamitra the Parasuram disappeared from also. Not everybody could see what was happening actually. So in this way, Lord Ram, along with Dasarath Maharaj, they reached Ayodhya. And when Lord Ram was about 27 years old, Dasarath Maharaj has ruled so long the kingdom. He thought that now I should actually coronate Lord Ram. And he was getting several bad omens. He said that maybe I am very old, maybe I will die. Before that I should do fast. So he called Ram, tomorrow we are going to coronate you. And news has spread. And everybody was very happy. Everybody was very happy except actually only Manthara, the assistant of Kaikeyi. Even Kaikeyi was actually happy in the beginning. She had no problem because she also loved Lord Ram. Lord Ram also loved Kaikeyi. But advisors play a very important role. Having a good advisor is nice, but bad advisors can actually create havoc. She thought that if Ram becomes king, Ram will get more importance, and Kaikeyi is mother of Bharat. Bharat and they will not get much importance. I am assistant to a less important person. How is that? I should be assistant to the most important person. This is something very material actually. So she actually convinced somehow or other. She actually, when she started advising her, she said, what is this nonsense you are talking? Kaikeyi was not very much interested. Finally, somehow or other, Manthara was able to convince her, no, you have to do that. How to do that? She said, now you remember when Dasarath was fighting against the demigods, you served him and protected him. So he gave 2 boons to you. You will find sometimes boon is given, don't immediately ask. When there is a unavoidable circumstance, at the time you should use. Using certain things should be, This is how Kshatriyas do. She said, no, I will take when the necessity comes. She reminded, so you have got the 2 boons. So you please use that. So that instead of Ram, it's overnight, whole thing, such a thing upside down is happening overnight. Can you imagine that? Ram to go to forest for 14 years, Bharata to be installed as the king regent. So, Kaikeyi was coached how to get it done by, from Dasarath Maharaj. So, Dasarath Maharaj, in the evening, he was going to come and visit Kaikeyi. So, Kaikeyi was in her palace, in disarray, very sad. And Dasarath said, what is the problem? Long story, we will not go into the details. And she said that you remember that, you gave me 2 boons? Yes, I remember. For a Kshatriya, if you are given the word, for anybody actually, if you give a word, that should be fulfilled. Especially for Kshatriya in a royal dynasty from Ikshvaku, if something wrong done, the dynasty gets the bad name. Ye to chala jai, dynasty will get the name. So, you gave me 2 boons. Now I want those 2 boons. The 2 is that Lord Ramachandra should go to the forest. He should give up the kingdom for 14 years. And my son, Bharat, should be, all preparation, Bharat and Shatrugna were away actually. He should be called, he should be made king regent. So it was unbearable for Dasarath Maharaj. He said, what is this nonsense? I can't do that. You ask something else. Somehow or other, Kaikeyi said that you want to fulfill your promise or not, and you want to bring bad name to your dynasty, entire dynasty, you decide. So he was speechless. He was unconscious. Then Lord Ram came to see Dasarath Maharaj in the quarters of Kaikeyi, and Ram was stunned to see Dasarath Maharaj was not happy, and he is lying down in the seat. And what is the matter? He paid obeisances, and what is the matter? Dasarath Maharaj was not telling anything. It was Kaikeyi who said that, see, he is not able to tell, let me tell. Because certain things only when your heart is hard you can speak. When your heart is soft you can't speak. See, he said, actually your father gave 2 boons. And now he told whenever you want to take. Now I said I want those 2 boons to be realized. So I asked those 2 boons. And he is very concerned how to fulfill that. Either there are 2 options. Either he fulfills the boon or he doesn't fulfill it and he brings a bad name to the dynasty. What is the boon? What is that you want actually? He said, I asked him to give 2 boons that you should go to the forest for 14 years, giving up your rights in the kingdom. And Bharat should be coronated. Lord Ram did not find any difficulty. He said, what is the problem? There is no problem. So Dasarath Maharaj was hearing, Hare, my father promised, and even if he is not able to tell me, if I know what is the promise from you, that's not a problem, I will do it. So this is actually the exemplary character of Lord Ram, playing the ideal role, Maryad Purushottam, following the rules so strictly. He played the role of an ideal person, as an ideal son, as an ideal husband, as ideal leader, king, emperor, ideal king, as ideal, any role he has taken, he has played in an ideal way. As an ideal son, I am supposed to bring glory to my father, and he has promised you, and you are asking that. If he denies that, what is this? So he said, I have no problem, I will accept it. So in this way, Lord Ram then went to meet Kaushalya, and she was devastated, no problem. Then came to meet Mother Sita. Yesterday Ram Rupa Prabhu was explaining elaborately about the meeting, that how, Lord Ram said that, actually I am going to the forest, so you be here. You serve Dasarath Maharaj, my mother, accept Bharat as the king, don't give any displeasure to him, serve him. Sita said, what is this? I am not going to do that. She wanted to go with Lord Ram. Since yesterday we have elaborately heard, so we will go further. We have limited time. Yes. So, after back and forth arguments, finally Lord Ram said, okay, we'll go. No problem. And Lakshman, you see, the Kaikeyi only wanted Lord Ram to go. She didn't say Lakshman to go and Sita to go. That was not the condition. But then they wanted to go, they were to go, ready to go. And then they have to give up everything. So Kaikeyi brought the forest costume, so to say. So they were supposed to wear tree bark and kusha grass. The dress made of, you can't wear a royal dress. Tree bark is stitched as a cloth. It will be very difficult, right? Suppose sometimes you act in a drama, you bring a costume, it's so uncomfortable, just for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever it is. And this is supposed to be whatever 14 years they are supposed to live in the forest wear. Lord Ram and Lakshman, they didn't have any difficulty because see, the princes, they go to the forest and do all these things. It's not a big deal for them. They can understand. But Mother Sita, she grew up in Mithila and she came to Ayodhya. She lived in the palace. Living in the forest is something, unimaginable. It was very painful to everybody. Lord Ram, Dasarath Maharaj was so upset that he even said at one point of time to Lord Ram, you do one thing. You actually capture me and then put me in jail. And then you claim your stake in the kingdom and you become king. I promised to send, I told already, but you can do, you can capture it. Sometimes people do. We will not go, who will do that? There are some royal kings who were very impatient to ascend to the throne. They remove the father and put in the jail also and they become king. Maybe those who have taken the advice of Dasarath Maharaj, they don't take good advice. They only take the rejected advice. Ram said, no. That how it will be fulfilling your promise? Your promise is that Kaikeyi asked that you should go to the forest. I am supposed to go to the forest. Then if I take the throne, then what is the point? No, I am not doing it. So in this way, the forest dress was given and Mother Sita was not able to wear properly. She is not used to it. When she was trying to wear it, was slipping. And everybody was cursing Kaikeyi. She was not moved. She was not, because once you have a determination to achieve something, you don't try to see what is right, what is wrong. Ethics, morality, dharma, nothing matters. What you are supposed to do, what is ethics, ethical, what is the morality? It closes the eyes so that it makes, not only close the eyes, it makes the heart so hard that it's like a stone. It doesn't melt, stones don't melt actually. So in this way, Lord Ram helped Mother Sita to wear that, and then they left for the forest. And we will discuss few pastimes with the limited time that we have. That in forest, finally they came to Panchavati. Everyone knows the story of Nasik. So Ravana, he did 10,000 years austerity to Brahma, that he got the benediction that he will not be killed by anybody except a human being. He thought human beings are insignificant. What they can do about me? That is the reason Lord Ram has to come as a human being and perform all his activity as a human being, like a human being. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, performing the role of a human being, teaching the humanity, setting the highest standard of the rules and regulations one can follow. So Surpanaka's nose was cut. The Ravana wanted to kidnap Mother Sita, sent Maricha as a golden deer, very beautiful golden deer. And Lakshman said, "This is nakli hai." Aisa golden deer kidhar dekha hi nahi. But Sita make the pastime of Ramayana to happen, wanted the deer, and the Ram has to fulfill the desire of his wife as an ideal husband. Went, and the deer took long distance, and when finally the deer was shot, and the deer was telling Sita, Lakshman, in the voice of Lord Ram, not in his own voice, not Rakshasa voice, demon voice. So Lakshman was protecting Mother Sita. Then Sita said, "Oh, there is some problem. Please go and find out what is the problem. Please help Lord Ram." He said, "No, Lord Ram, nobody can give any trouble. This is the illusory voice. It's not Ram's voice. It is illusory. No. Maybe you want to enjoy me. You want to enjoy the thing." So that was so deeply hurting. He said, "Okay." Different versions again. Lakshman has put a rekha. So generally people say, Lakshman rekha ko cross mat karna. Limit. Okay, you don't cross this, then I will go. So as long as you don't cross, nobody can do anything to you. So we know that Ravana comes in the disguise of a sadhu and tricks Mother Sita to come out of the Lakshman rekha. So Ravan kidnaps Mother Sita, and here one interesting thing is that whether Ravana really kidnapped Mother Sita or not, so it is established in some Puranas, Kurma Purana, that a Brahmana in South India, he was so upset, and Ramadas Brahmana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and said, he collected the scripture from the Rameshwaram, and he said, "Wait, Ravana never kidnapped Sita." So when Sita was crossing this Lakshman Rekha, she took the shelter of Agnidev. And who came out is only Maya Sita. So Ravana kidnapped Mother Sita by holding the hand, and she could not escape the clutches of Ravana. Interestingly, Ravana also tried to get the hand of Sita in the, by lifting this Shiv Dhanush. And Ravana could not. A person of the strength and having so much power, the demigods were scared of him. He could not lift. And Mother Sita could lift as a young girl. Strength was much higher. So this is another thing, that if it was Mother Sita, she could have just, threw out Ravana actually. The internal potency of the Lord can exhibit such a power. So Maya Sita, that is why, Ravana is the, materially having so much power. So he could, Sita could not escape the clutches of Ravana, because it's not real Sita. So in this way, Ravana kidnapping Mother Sita, kept her in Ashokavan in Lanka, and Lord Ramachandra trying to find where is Sita. We are speaking Ramayana within half an hour's time. So we have to go on the fast track mode. So Hanuman was sent, and he jumped across the ocean and reached Lanka and found actually Mother Sita. And Sita thought he must be, Ravana's man. And then finally, Mother Sita was convinced by Hanuman, giving a, emblem. Lord Ram has sent. Take this ring, you see. Oh, yeah, this is right. And Hanuman, wanting to supervise what is the situation of Lanka, was caught by Ravana's men. And finally, Hanuman said, "I am Ramaduta, I am Samya Duta." Vibhishna said, "Duta cannot be punished." Finally, they said to the tail of Hanuman on fire. And Sita prayed to Agni, because real Sita isn't actually with Agni anyway. Sita prayed to Agni, please protect Hanuman, my servant. So Hanuman was not feeling the burning feeling on the tail. Oh, thanda lag raha tha, air conditioner lag raha, ye kya hai? The tail is burning. And he didn't feel, suppose something is burning, he will try to put it off. It is burning. He said, theek hai, acha lag raha hai. He has burned the entire Lanka and came back. So in this way, came back to Ram, and Ram came with the Vanarasena, and the Vanarasena built the bridge across the ocean, Ram Setu. And Ravana, at the end of the fight, was killed, and Mother Sita was rescued. And Mother Sita was rescued, and she was very happy, thinking that Ram has come to take. And Lord Ramchandra said, actually I did not save you to live with you, because I brought you and I lost, and I cannot just go empty-handed. So I have to punish the fellow, perpetrator. So I killed, but you lived with somebody else for so long. How can I accept it? You may decide what you want to do. You are free now. You are free bird. To tell this, you have come all the way. Mother Sita, chaste woman, if she wants, she can self-immolate also. Like for Sati, Mother Sati went to the, Daksha Yajna. When she was so insulted, she burnt herself. Self-immolation. Chaste woman can do that. So she waited only for Ram, to have Ram. And Ram is telling you, go, then tell Lakshman, please make a fire. And I will enter into fire. I am not going to go anywhere. For a chaste wife, the separation from the husband is more painful than entering the fire. Entering the fire is less painful. That is why satis, they jump into the fire of husband, because for them live without the husband is more painful. They jump into the thing. That is anyway banned. Sati process is banned. She said, you make a fire. Let me enter. Everywhere Lakshman had a big problem. He saw Lord Ram. Ram said, yes, nodded. So in this way, the fire was created, and Sita Mata, she prayed to Agni Dev, if I am not chaste, please burn me. I don't have to exist in this way. What is there I have to exist again? I was waiting for my husband, and he is telling you go anywhere you want. What am I going to do? When she entered the fire, Agni Dev personally came, and he said that Mother Sita is chaste. There is nothing wrong. So told Ram, please accept Mother Sita. So she has actually passed the exam of fire. Agni Pariksha bolte hai. Agni Pariksha karo bhai. Agni Pariksha. So in this way, Mother Sita was actually endorsed by Agni Dev that she is completely pure. So Lord Ram comes back to Ayodhya, and Pattabhishekam happens, coronated, and the king as an ideal leader. We were discussing in Bhagavatam about how Lord Krishna in Dwaraka was actually in disguise going around the city and finding out what others are talking about. Right? So in this way, Lord Ramachandra was asking, what do the people talk about? What do the people talk about? The message was given to him that, how is that our king accepted his wife who stayed in somewhere else for so long? And it is like, in general, it is very bad. A woman, chastity is questioned when she is away from the husband. Questioned. It may be or may not be, we don't know. But the point is, one has to be above any suspicion in the royal order to set an example for others. To set an example. So, Lord Ram called Lakshman. Again Lakshman. Please, leave her in the forest, because there was a prediction by the astrologer that she will be in forest. So she is again and again going to forest actually. So she wanted to be in forest. So tell her to go to the forest. You leave it her in Valmiki ashram and come. By the way, she was pregnant. And Lakshman has to execute that. And Lord Ramachandra, as Maryad Purushottam, he set the highest standard of a leader, king. How he should be above any suspicion. How he should be following the norm that even if one is closely related, he will be still taking a very strict disciplinary action. Generally, normally judges, they don't take the case of somebody who is related because nobody believes the earthly judges anyway. They may be partial. But the kings, the emperor, he cannot do that. They are trained to be impartial. They are trained to be following the highest standard of ethics. They are trained to be taking the ethical rule so strictly to even to the very closest relative. So Lord Ramachandra wanted to establish that standard. So he has to actually give away his eternal consort. Go to the forest. Leave it there. So as Lord Ramachandra is the Maryad Purushottam, an ideal person, human being, in the role of a son, ideal son, in the role of a husband, ideal husband, in the role of a king, ideal king, in the role of a father, ideal. In every role that he has performed, he performed ideally. And his consort, Sita Mata, she also performed the ideal role. She also performed the role of a ideal daughter. Janak Maharaj said, you be always with him. She will always be with you like the shadow follows the object. So when Ramchandra, one of the arguments, Sita said that my father said I should follow you like a shadow. How can I remain here? How can you go and shadow remains here? As an ideal daughter, as an ideal wife. So she always followed Lord Ram, and she always accepted Lord Ram's decision without any protest. Be it telling, no, Ram is telling, you go and do whatever you want, and he went in to take the Agni Pariksha. And Ram said, you go to the forest. Lakshman is taking you and living in the forest. She accepted it as an ideal wife, as an ideal daughter, ideal wife. And these are three roles actually. As a daughter, as a wife, as a mother. The woman has got three roles. In all these three roles, Sita Mata performed ideal role. As an ideal mother, she brought up love and kush, and she trained them in such a way that they can actually glorify Lord Ram. They were not upset that Lord Ram has sent him here, sent Mother Sita here. Trained as an ideal mother. So in this way, Lord Ramachandra played the role of Maryad Purushottam, and as a counterpart, she also played the ideal role as an ideal woman, ideal daughter, ideal wife, and ideal mother. So in that way, Mother Sita served our Swami. Husband is also known as Swami actually, master. So in this way, the role of Mother Sita is an ideal role for every woman to follow. And not only the women to follow, it is also an example like Mother Sita served, like Jivas, not only for ladies, for gents also. Even the Jiva, how Mother Sita served Lord Ram with full surrender, accepting everything. That is the lesson also for every devotee to follow. Surrender, completely accepting our Swami. Our Swami is Lord Krishna, our Guru, Acharya, and Krishna. So when Krishna decides something and he wants certain thing to be done, an ideal devotee 100% does it. Like other day we are discussing about Madhavendra Puri. Gopal said, you go to Puri and bring Chandan. He didn't say that I am old man, why don't you get somebody else, Baba? He didn't send somebody, okay, you want Chandan, I will arrange 2-3 people to go and bring. No. Lord wanted, I am doing it. He came and the Lord stole the sweet rice, and Lord reciprocates also for such a devotee. So it is also for the example of Mother Sita, how a person can be ideal devotee of the Supreme Lord, Lord Ram and Lord Krishna also. So in this way, on this most auspicious occasion, we pray at the lotus feet of Mother Sita, how can we also get some blessing so that we can have the little bit of as much devotion that she has for Lord Ram, we can also develop a tiny drop, one drop. She has got a ocean. Even if we are getting that one drop, we will be drowned. हमारे लिए वही बहुत है. Then we keep praying and praying how we can develop more and more. Also today is the disappearance day of Madhu Pandit, Srila Madhu Pandit, who is one of the very close associate of Lord Chaitanya. Also Mandali Saki in Krishna Leela. And also the appearance day of Janavi Devi, Janavi Mata, consort of Lord Nityananda. And she also appeared. So we pray to Mother Janavi Mata, Srila Madhu Pandit, and also Sita Mata on this most auspicious occasion, that let us get little inspiration from the wonderful pastime that it is played. Mother Sita and Ram, it is just a pastime. They are eternally, eternal couples. They are playing the pastime so that it can be a lesson for us to learn something from there, so that we can perform our devotional service and make this human form of life. They came as a human being to teach us. Like teacher taking the role of a student, so they have taken the role of various roles as a mother, wife, husband, and Lord Ramchandra as a son and husband and leader, etc. All these roles, something if you can gather and get inspiration, so that it can be helpful in our practice of Krishna consciousness to make our life meaningful in achieving the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. We'll stop here. Srimati Sita Maharani ki, Sita Nai Maha Mahotsav ki. Maharaj, you want to add something? Last minute I was asked to give, so we came to know about your coming today. So Maharaj ji, थोड़ा बोलेंगे और सीता माता के बारे में. राम रूप प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Srila Vyasadeva is so fond of Ram Katha that he narrated Ramayana in all Puranas. So in one of the Purana, Vayu Purana, I will tell some two interesting pastimes. When Ravanasur came for seeking the hand of Sita ji, he asked, a very funny conversation was there, that Kanya Rasi comes first and then Dhanur Rasi comes later. So first show me Sita, then I will lift the bow. Then Janak Maharaj said, no, all this logic is okay, but first you lift Dhanush, then we will show you Sita. Then Ravanasur said, if she is not good looking or anything, then it will be waste. Then finally they refused and he agreed. When he tried to lift Shivadhanush, it was so heavy that Shivadhanush tripped and then he fell and then Shivadhanush fell on him. Then he became so badly injured that the rivers of blood was flowing, and then the Janak Maharaj had to 100 bucket blood they had to lift. Then Janak Maharaj said, it will be very inauspicious if this guy dies. So bring Ayurvedic doctor. So they treated him and they sent him off. So that was the power of Sita ji. Like you were saying, Sita ji just lifted with the left hand. One more pastime. There are, this is also from Vayu Purana. There are two birds, parrot, Sukha Pakshi, and then they were discussing that there is one very beautiful prince has come, Rama, and then our princess, she is very beautiful, and then this prince Rama is going to marry Sita, and then he is very beautiful, handsome, this and that, they were talking. Then Sita ji heard these birds speaking, and then Sita ji caught that female bird who is pregnant. Then the male bird said, please leave her, she is my wife, we cannot live without, separated, we cannot live. So please give. Then Sitaji insisted, no, I want to keep this bird. I want to hear more about Rama. So she kept. And then that bird became very upset and then he died. Then he cursed, saying that when my wife is pregnant, you have captured, like that, you separated us. In the same way, when you are pregnant, your husband also will leave you. And that the same parrot became the Dobi. That Dobi. And then the same Dobi again became Dobi in Krishna's Leela. So, like that, this is a connection is there.
Sita Mata ki, Sita Navami Maha Mahotsav ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Tai Gaura Premanande.